Brighton Beach Busking presents
Meg, yeah man, Tallumen, Alex, Ian, Paul. Welcome to
the Busking Break.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well.
The show where we interview your favourite Brighton Beach Buskers, finding out the stories behind the musicians that sound our streets.
Had a bit of a day off today, so
This is probably quite the journey to become the musician you are today.
Make sure to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you do not miss an episode. So come with us and be part of this journey. Hello and welcome to the Busking Break here at the Pier Works. Today we spoke with Tallumen. Tallu has 210k followers on TikTok. A really interesting, artistic, inspirational person. So I hope you enjoy. Tallumen,
Hello.
thank you for coming on Busking Break.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lovely day so far. It's quite warm.
Good stuff. So, you're a guitar player, singer. How did you become the musician you are today? How did it start? When did you start?
I've been doing music since I was like 14 really, but I've been singing like my entire life, and it wasn't really like a crazy story. It was just like I heard I can't remember who I heard, but I was like working on a farm and this dude's voice was like booming out through the radio, and I was just like, I want to play guitar. And I begged my parents to sort of like do that, and then there was just like sort of a bunch of little, I suppose, butterfly moments that sort of led me to, I guess, where I am now.
Wow. Who was the person singing on the radio?
And it might have been George Ezra, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh really? Okay.
I was 14, and I was just enamoured by his voice, you know. And then I sort of researched into it, and I was like, oh, it's because of Lead Belly, you know, because I quite like the sort of bluesy influence, I guess.
Yeah, you've got like a your sort of style and the music you do. It's quite like soulful and then almost bluesy as well. So you were 14 and you decided to play guitar. When did you sort of like decide that this was something that you were going to like continue on, or did it just happen?
So after like 4 months of, I think, just practicing guitar, I saw a old friend of mine that I didn't realise did music, like busking outside where I was in my town, and I was just like so impressed by like the quality of and the power of this like tiny person just like belting the sort of vocal chops. So I was like, I could probably do that. And then I think it was really like bizarre. Someone had recorded me and it got like an extremely huge amount of views at the time for me just doing like some covered like busking, and I was like, okay, I could probably keep doing this, I guess.
So someone came, like you were busking,
Yeah.
Someone came and recorded.
Yeah, I think I was doing like, I can't remember what song I was doing, but like it's like I was just fucking about. I was just messing about, and it just got like 20k views.
Really?
And, like, as a 14-year-old, and like just sort of, I was just like, oh, that's mad. Yeah.
That's really cool. Because obviously, I mean, people watching this probably know, but you've got like quite a good online following. You're nearly at 210,000 TikTok followers and all sorts. So is that been something that you kind of have consciously tried to get, or has it just organically grown? Like you got a video go kind of semi-viral that wasn't even your like intention at the time?
My intention was never to really be extremely like, I suppose, huge within like the social media paradigm. I think I was really into like YouTube at the time, because I had a lot of like the artists that I was listening to and sort of like hearing were YouTubers, but also they did music and other sort of content, and they just sort of inspired me to do the same. And I kind of got like a bug for editing at the time, so I was like constantly editing, and like it would be like 4 a.m, and I'd be done and I'd be like, yes. after like a week of just like putting all this effort in whilst doing like uni work and stuff. But no, I don't think it was really planned. Pardon me. And I only really started doing TikTok like 2 years ago, I think.
Really?
I think I started doing it just before the pandemic, and then I just had loads of free time, and it was just quite, at the time it was quite a fun way of just seeing like what people were interested in, I suppose, because there's such a huge demographic and there's so many different faces and people that like all are looking for something. I think that we're all searching for something, and like to be able to like stop them for a moment, and it's the same busking, and like put them in your own little universe is quite fun.
Yeah, whether through busking or like video form or online content. So when you started at 14, did you like, when did busking come into the picture for your, like, you as a musician?
It was straight up like a few months, like after I started playing. It gave me so much freedom, because I come from the Isle of Wight, but I've lived all over, and I think I saved up all my money to go to the islanders call it the mainland, but it's the UK.
Really?
Yeah. And I went there to Portsmouth, and then I just realised the scope of stuff, and I was like, I want to keep doing this because there's so many people to annoy, you know. So I did that, and it was when I sort of went to Brighton as well, and I sort of found all the other sort of buskers. I was just so enamoured by the energy. You know? So I think it was very fluid and very like instant, I'd say.
That's amazing. You've been busking for a little while.
Yeah.
No strangers to busking. Wow, that's cool. So you've busked in several different places. Where actually have you busked? Where's the...
I've busked in Portsmouth, Southampton, Crawley, Manchester, Liverpool, obviously Brighton.
You busked on the Isle of Wight?
Yeah,
So you started?
Yeah, I started there, and I thought that I was content with that, but then I sort of realised how big cities were. Like I used to get like such a cool rush when I go into a new city that I'd never been to, and just like everyone just like flowing through, but like, it's dope as hell. You know?
That's cool. So how does Brighton compare to these other places?
I think Brighton, there's a freedom within it. I feel like I could do a lot more of like what I want to sort of get out of my own personal music. Whereas certain places like, I also did London. And I found that like places like London as well, it's very incentivized. You have to play certain songs if you want to be like earning money or actually getting attention, which I try and stray away from, because I just want to sort of like play to improve and enjoy, you know.
Yeah.
So I think overall Brighton's probably my favourite at the moment. That or Liverpool. Liverpool's quite fun, pretty crazy. There's always like drunk stag do or hen do's just going by you, and they'll always grab the mic and just make a fool of themselves, and I'm like mid-song and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna let this happen.
Just let it be.
But they always like tip me, so I'm not gonna say anything.
That's cool. That leads me to like, so is there a significant time where you've been busking where you've had like a crazy moment or something really good or something not so good happen?
Last month I went to Bournemouth to see my friend and do some busking, and there was just like these two people. One of them was like half naked with like this like tiny little dream catcher, and it was dancing about. They started trying to have a fight with a baby, like a toddler.
Okay.
But they were dancing like right next to me, and then another person came up to me, and I think they were like friends but like not at the same time, and they were trying to sing, like they were asking me to sing a song, and then they were like, no, don't worry, I'll sing it. And then they like got their phone out, started playing the song, and then they were like singing it whilst the song was playing, all whilst I was busking. And I was just kind of like, oh man, because like everyone was like looking at me, and just going kind of like, what the hell's going on? And it was just a lot. I didn't feel real. I'm not gonna lie, because it was kind of like a fever dream. Because my friend was there as well, just like watching me, like not saying anything. I was just like, this is a lot. I just got out of bed. I'm not ready for this.
Wow. It's a bit wild.
Yeah.
Some wild people in Bournemouth. By the sounds of it.
Bournemouth is a crazy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Brighton, there's a big community of buskers. It's obviously a big thing. Is there anything that you think like Brighton Council could do to help buskers?
Potentially a few things. I feel like when I first came here, when I was 16, and to now, like the scene of busking has changed quite a lot. There's so many different things at play now. I think like old busking spots have been turned into like new restaurants and stuff. So like that means I think like a lot of buskers have to go different places, but like there's no true boundaries on where a busker can sort of go.
Mm-hmm.
However, like oftentimes like a lot of buskers, and I've been moved on quite a lot by the places that used to be quite lucrative. I think the irony is like I came here at 16 because I saw I think it was Ren, like a video of Ren.
Okay, yeah.
At Bond Street, and I was like, that's kind of dope, you know. So I would always busk there when I'd go on the weekend. But then for like a whole year period, there was like these people that were like underneath, like their housing was underneath on top of a skate shop, and they always had the windows open, and they were always like, "You can't busk here. We're trying to do really big work." And I was like, I'm just trying to play quietly, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like if there was like a place or like designated spots for buskers, I feel like that would be quite lucrative, and it would leave less like I suppose like trouble, you know, because I know like it can get a bit hectic sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I feel like the pandemic was such a crazy thing, because like I went from being like a full-time busker, which was like my main income, you know. I was lucky enough to be able to like live on busking.
Yeah.
But then when the pandemic hit, I was just like dying basically. I was just like scraping for cash, you know. But I don't know whether like it's because we're kind of out of it now. So, but I feel like maybe if there was some sort of support within the council, or like a way of monitoring, like making a monetary income around it, because I don't know. I feel like busking is extremely overlooked. Yeah, it is one of the biggest social and economical positives for like any city.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen so many people that because there's a busker chilling, they'll sit out and chill, maybe get a drink from a restaurant or go buy something, go this. It was a very sort of like creative and immersive pleasure to just witness, you know. And I feel like it should be, I guess, like seen that way more, I guess. There's a lot of like council people are just kind of like, yes, another person singing on the street. What can we do with you? Yes.
Yeah, it needs to be almost like it's such a significant part to not just this city but so many places that it almost needs to be recognised that, you know, buskers are bringing something more than just, you know, songs on the street.
There's definitely a lot a busker can add.
Who are like your sort of inspirations and influences? Not just musical, but like
music. All well, I've been trying to get stuck in with like every sense of the arts, I guess. Musically, on a footnote would be like Jeff Buckley, Billie Holiday, like Colin Stetson.
Okay, yeah.
He did like the Hereditary soundtrack.
Okay.
He's a really cool composer. But then also like Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan was just like cool lady singing. It's really cool.
Wow.
But then like on like a standpoint of like who I really admire, I'd say people like Andy Warhol, and what was her name? Dude, it's not. It's an actor. Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm not gonna lie. Because I don't know. There's his performances just in general. From what I've seen, it's just like they're extremely lived in and real. You know, I just love anything that is subjectively real.
It's really cool. I feel like you as an artist or musician, whatever, you're kind of one. You're not just like someone who plays music. You've got like a kind of. So it's interesting to like hear where you pull those inspirations from. So what is music to you?
Music to me, I feel like it's life, but it's also like my mother and my father. And it's sort of like I feel like it's the only true constant of my current reality. I sort of live off it, I love it, I hate it, and I strive to create the sonic equivalents of like emotions that aren't just like a one-sided black and white image, a spectrum of colour, because I just feel like that's like the strongest belief I have.
Mm-hmm.
That is deep. That's awesome.
Okay, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
How's Beans the cat?
Oh shit. They're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of a teenager now.
Yeah.
So they love to show it as well, and they've gotten to the point where if I don't wake up early enough, they literally knock on my door like a human. Like when it first happened, I was like, this is not real. One of my housemates is playing a joke on me.
And you knock on the door?
Yeah, like a human. Like it's bizarre. It's crazy.
That's hilarious.
But I love them to bits. You know, I've had them since they were like a kitten.
So yeah.
It's I don't know.
They're like an intrinsic part of you.
Yeah, they're my little baby. Really.
Oh, that's so cool. Would you ever take them on a busk?
I've considered it. I've actually been, because like for a while I was trying to get them to like go on walks with me.
Right.
But they are very lazy. They sort of dictate what's going to happen.
Okay, yeah, they're in charge.
They're definitely in charge.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much for doing this.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
That's cool. Where can people watching this find you? Is there something you'd like to promote? Stage is yours.
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. It is just Tallumen, with an underscore, which is TALLUMEN. And I don't think I've got too much going on. I'm not gonna lie. I think the stuff that is going to be happening is September onwards.
Cool.
But you can find me busking every weekend in Brighton, and I usually have roses with me.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Epic. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching the Busking Break here on the Brighton Beach Busking YouTube channel. If you haven't already, then please click subscribe, like this video, and hit the notifications bell so you know when videos have been posted. Go and check out our busking guests. All their links are in the description. I have been your host, August Radio Project. If you're a musician, creative, and you like challenges, or you need some tips and tricks, then go and check out my YouTube channel, also linked in the description. Thank you to Works for welcoming us to the Works Pier and believing in the project. If you're a creative looking for workspace in Brighton, contact Works through the details in the description. They offer co-working, craft space, sound studios, offices, meeting rooms, and more. Also, thank you to Mug Time for the wonderful mugs. You can find the link to their Amazon shop in the description below. And thank you to you for watching the Busking Break. And I'm sure I will see you in the next one. Thank you.